What's up, guys? Chad with Adler Farms here, and today we got to get this, let's call it a juvenile brooder coop done. We've as you know, we've got 20 birds here in the garage. We've got a rare assortment of rainbow layers from Meyer Hatchery. We've got a few rare Morans that we ordered, and then just a few other special rare females, all assortments. I changed the bedding, gosh, feels like once a day. And I've actually scooped some out and cleaned it, but it's just been so gosh darn cold here. And I'm ready to move them to the farm. If it was June, I'd take them to the farm. But just not quite, you know, it's like 55 degrees here today. It's Sunday. Thursday and Friday, it's supposed to dip down into like just under 20. Well, when we ordered these girls, I really thought I'd timed it right with the warmer weather, but it's just not quite yet. So what I'm gonna do is build that juvenile brooder, if you will, juvenile coop in the backyard. And it'll kind of be a temporary one, but it will accommodate all 20 birds. They can get used to going in and out at night, and you know, that way. And I really like to get some turkeys and some ducks and a couple geese. So it's not like this thing will be a one-off and we won't use it again, but they're ready to go outside. They get plenty of food. I change their bedding. It's right here. I change their shavings constantly. Just to make sure they don't get any kind of, you know, illnesses or sicknesses and whatnot. And we're gonna put them outside, and I'll give them a heat lamp, you know, for a little bit. You don't want to just go from a heat lamp. They've had it 24/7, even on the days when it's like 40 degrees outside. I've left the heat lamp on for them, so you don't want to just throw them outside. That'll kind of shock them. That's not preparing them. So I'll give them a heat lamp, probably especially tonight for the first night. But we're gonna go ahead and get them outside and get them used to scratching and being chickens. So this is the layout of the yard, right? Django, Cabela, chickens. Okay. I've got a yard that is 72 across the back, and this is 70. Let's call it north and south. It actually is. This is south, north, and it's 70 across. So what I'm going to do is, this is where I had the goats, Mama and Erso, if you remember. Wet, still wet. This is the low side of the yard. I know the camera flattens everything out, but I kid you not, that's probably part of the mess over here. Trying to get everything sorted for this temp brooder. But this is the high side, and I think this is where I want my garden, because I don't want the side that collects all the water where the garden is, because I may have some plants that don't need that much water. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is build that temp brooder, temp run all up and down here, and let those chickens have free range and let them till up my garden. Facebook, I posted a video of me feeding him, and somebody commented I was doing it too fast. Now, I don't know if y'all have ever seen, I mean, I've self-admitted I'm new, but I don't know if y'all have ever seen a goat nurse off his mom, or her mom, but there ain't no slowing them down when they're hungry. And he gets fed about every 4 or 5 hours. He's got his grower food out here. He's got his own water. He's got some grass coming up. So we're working on weaning him off. But yeah, watch this. This is 16 ounces. But what I gotta do is take this fencing. Gosh, you don't realize how ugly and nasty your backyard looks until you put it on the interweb. Anyway, I gotta take that fencing. There's some welded wire between those T-posts. I'm gonna move them over here, because the birds, the chickens, are too big to get through that welded wire now. Now along the bottom here where my fence, remember, I built this fence, and I always build my fence just high enough that I can drop the head of my weed eater underneath it. So there is a gap all along there. But I'm going to take some of this treated lumber and all along the fence so they can't get underneath the fence and get hurt. So what I'm gonna do, here, I'll adjust my hat. Somebody told me when I wear a hat, you can't see my eyes. But what I'm gonna do is start my garden right here, and it'll run all the way to Django's pen. Now eventually, by the time this garden's, full grown, or full going, I should say, cream leg bar, Django will be out of the farm. So where he's been will already be tilled up because he's already chewing it up and all that good stuff. So anyway, I put boards along the fence on this side. I know it looks like there's a gap right there, but there's a 2x4 on the other side. And there's also no neighbor dog over there. There's not really any neighbor kids or nothing. So anyway, I did see a couple spots where there's some rabbits coming through. No, not right now, but clearly in the spring or maybe late fall. I just didn't ever see them. They're coming through there, but none of my grown birds, my adult birds, my layers, could get through any hole in that fence. And when you see these chicks out here, I'll watch them for a little bit, but I don't think they get through there either. But I can always patch up where needed. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make their run all the way to Django's pen. That way he's got some company, he can get used to them, they can get used to him, and all that good stuff. Plus, then I don't have to add extra fence just to keep them apart. Like, what would be the sense of putting a whole nother, 8 feet? So I'll just butt them right up against each other and they can be friends. Or not. Maybe they won't like each other.